Hi everybody, welcome. So we have like a variety of topics to talk about, but we'll start off with this Melody and Symone's issue. So I actually laughed today. Like I could not believe the audacity of Symone because if you watched our season, I tried to be quite fair because I'm like the one handling the page. So I tried to be fair, but looking back at what happened in her season and seeing the way she's acting now, you would think, I don't want to say nobody is not a prize, but the way she crashed out in her season because she was told that you're not ready to love, so go home, all those kind of things. And then she has always given this sort of like hater, sort of like energy. And I don't understand. For someone who claimed that, oh, I'm a lawyer and everything, you are being so insecure because someone else got like a honorary degree. You said you studied. You obviously know that studying and getting it
Right.
and getting a honorary
Not
degree,
the
they're
same
like two
thing.
different things. And yours like hold more weight. But they've given this same thing to like multiple other women.
I was just like, when I seen that, it was like, what was the whole point in you even making that comment underneath her post? Like, if you don't have nothing good to say, there was no reason for you to even post
Oh my
underneath
god,
it. I
see,
mean,
when I tell you guys the connection between this lady and my soul, you are going to scream. You will
there's a connection with
scream.
her.
There is a connection, and the thing is
Oh,
that most people don't watch the show, so they don't understand what's actually really going on. If you actually watch the show and you have like tea on these people, you would actually understand. So basically, roughly what happened was that Mel honorary degree and she like called herself doctor. I've seen many people that got that degree and they call themselves doctors. Nobody said you could not call yourself a doctor. And then she came under the tweet saying, I'm going to start calling myself a doctor since everyone else is. And I actually studied for 3 years to earn mine, Dr. Red Wine from now on, which is quite stupid because the real people who are legit doctors, like the ones in the medical field, why aren't we like protesting that every other person is using because they have a PhD? That actually makes no sense. The male responded saying, first of all, miss, I don't even know you, but the fact that you decided to come over here and throw shades versus congratulate speaks volume. I don't know if it's because your fiance, boyfriend, or whatever is in my DMs, but it's giving not cute, intimidated, integrity less than that of a doctor. Now, I posted it on my blog and then she came and responded to it. She was saying, this is where I will start telling you guys the connection between this girl and Masal and Latisha because it was when one of my subscribers commented that I was like, why didn't I even think about this? Hi Ladan, hi Phyllis, hi Braylon.
hey, look, Don, Phyllis, and Braylon. Thanks for joining.
So when this it was when a subscriber commented that I remembered exactly the connection. So read and understand, and I will explain it like step by step what's happening. So she said this was her response to why or the reason to why she made that shady comment under Mel's post, Mel's congratulation post. She said, make sure you post my reply. This is about business. I rejected a new show Melody's company wanted to produce and instead committed to another company that is bringing it to TV. That's business, and I wish her company the best. But don't be a sore loser. In the same way that people in sororities, fraternities don't like it when people who didn't end the letters wear the letters, that's how many people who end their doctorate feel about people with them calling doctor. Celebrate the win, but don't disrespect the title. Now that's crazy because people will legit go to school for 8 years to study to be a doctor in the medical field. But we are not yapping around saying people are calling themselves doctors because they went to school for 3 years. You get? Now, let me.
But then also, does she not understand that in order to get an honorary doctorate, you have to have put in work?
I don't think she does. Now, let me tell you the connection between the two of them. So, for context, our ex is Rashid. She's from the third season of Ready to She's from the third season of Ready to Love. And during that season, they did not end up together. It was after the season that it became like something. Now, 2 months ago or so, they broke up because their claim was that, oh, he was broke. That was the claim at that point. So he then went and met Maso and Latisha to help with his finances. So they're like his how do I put it? Mentor to help with his
Yeah.
finances. Yes.
Okay.
So there is a connection between her, Maso, Latisha, and the guy. Because from what she kept, like the numerous things she kept saying over and over, she kept claiming that Mel was a bad businesswoman. Mel is someone nobody wants to have business with. And that's why I had to check her in the comments. I had to say, how or when have you ever had like a business deal with this woman that they are so opinionated? You know, that's crazy. You've never had any
Right.
business deals. You've never met this woman. You keep claiming that, oh, she met you, she did this, had this. But every single time you say she met you or someone spoke to you about her, it's like an indirect speaking. So basically, you and Mel have never had any connection. So she then came out again after she started seeing that she started receiving backlash. And then she said this.
Now, Melody, why did you go looking to start drama? I didn't make a comment on your page. I did not at you. It was on a completely different third party page, and you went starting drama. But I stand by what I said, which is that in the same way that, people in sororities don't want people wearing their letters who didn't earn them, that if you get an honorary degree, that's fine. You're just not supposed to walk around calling yourself Dr. So-and-so. Puffy doesn't call himself Dr. Combs for the very reason. But since you want to take it elsewhere, let's be very clear. You know exactly who I am because your production company wanted to sign me to a production deal for a television show. I declined because of your professionalism and the professionalism of your business. So let's be real. Also, it's real interesting how you be running up Carlos King's butt when you wanted to take this project to Andia Bravo. You didn't even want to give it to your little buddy. So don't play with me. Play with your kids. Now, Melody,
So
why did you go looking
Okay,
to
hold
start
on.
drama?
Hold on. I'm gonna have to let me get my vocals ready for this one. Ma'am, first off, I think that you need to really learn or go back to school for them 3 years and try to get a better degree because whatever degree it is that you got is definitely not worth it or not working for you. Because honey, how is it that you're a whole attorney but you didn't even know that your fiance was broke? What kind of attorney are you? Let's question that. And honey, I have not seen any business practices of Melody Cherie, Dr. Melody Cherie Rogers. I have not seen any business practices of hers where she is in court. She's not under fraud. She's not under investigation. She doesn't have any bad ratings at the Better Business Bureau. So let's speak facts about it. Like it really just seems like you were mad because you got called out on the bullshit that you tried to start and it backfired on you. So now you got to try to, just like Blueface, you got to try to, create the narrative to fit to make it where now you're the victim or somebody's coming for you and talking about you. No, you started it. You started it. She finished it. Be lucky. That's all she did.
now, so let me even further it for you guys. I said the ex-fiance Rashid is using Masol as like a mentor. I hope you guys did not fail to notice she said business, professionalism, and you claimed from your mouth that it's because of our professionalism, and you said that, oh, you said you didn't want to work with our team. So I'm trying to understand how you knew anything about her professionalism if you never worked with her. That's why I really checked that in the caption, because I was like, girl, how can you know anything about working with somebody if you never even accepted to work with her? And I loved when Melody like responded. Mel has nothing to do with casting. For the
Right.
first time, this is the first time I've heard anything about casting. I never knew Mel worked with casting for the first time, because that was even a surprise to me. You were reached out by whoever employed Mel's team to work on a reality TV, and then you just moved because you already had like a whatever notion you had about Mel, you wanted to forcefully apply it in this case. And now that you saw that, oh, it's not making sense, because we had like over 500 comments in the blog. People did not just understand how or what's the correlation between the two. Because one, nobody said, red wine, Symone, you could not call yourself a doctor. Nobody said you could not, ever. So for you to come out just because you studied for 3 years while people are studying for 8 years to actually do the doctor job, and then for you to come out here blabbing, blah, 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 blah. Girl, you're a doctor. So she's also a doctor. Like, it's not her fault that she got honored. Maybe do something for the society and then people will honor you.
But
You're
this is
just
the
so
thing. She's not the first person to get her honorary doctorate, though. Like Missy Elliott has her doctorate. I think Cedric Entertainer just got his. Like, there's a lot of stars who have got honorary doctorate degrees, but yet they still don't. When they get the degree and when they graduate and they actually announce it, that's when they say it. But it's not like she's
petty.
going around just calling herself a doctor the entire time. No, that is the title that she's given during graduation. That's what is said. That's what's on her certificate. That's what it is. You cannot, hide it. You can't erase it. So I'm sorry if you don't have your certificate or your studies didn't, fully take you all the way to get your doctorate, but hers did. Like, where's the jealousy? And now that you say that she has a connection with Marcel, okay, it seems like some hate and shit, because that was just like out the blue. We all seen the comment that you made. You try to backpedal it once Mel came and actually checked your ass. You try to backpedal it. Now it's, oh no, it was because of business, but you didn't put that. You didn't say nothing about business when in your first comment,
Because
in
the
your
post
first slew
had
of
nothing
insults.
to do with business. So how does it
It still
how is it now
doesn't.
related to business?
No, that's just you on some hating shit. Are you mad? Like big mad or little mad?
So do you know why? Do you know what even made it worse? Let me show you something. Because I said I didn't want to give her more like fame on Instagram. So I decided that, oh, let me check her Instagram stories. She posted that clip of her saying, Mel, are you mad? But oh, she has deleted it. Oh, I think I took a
Oh yeah,
screenshot, but I
hold on.
didn't
I think yeah, the one where she was talking about her Mel helping her husband or her ex out with bankruptcy or
Yes.
something. And
Then she
she had the Whitney Houston song playing in the background. Okay.
no, I have that, but that's not even my point. My point was that this morning, again, she posted that whole clip as at yesterday. And then she waited till this morning, probably the fame she wanted, she didn't get it. Then she waited till this morning and reposted it again. Because as at the time, if I let me go back to my page, because I have that screenshot here. I posted on my Instagram story. I was telling people that people need to know
And
when to
honestly, that was
stop.
just up an hour ago because I just seen it.
Yeah, because I remember posting. I know that I posted something that was about 4 hours ago, because I said people need to know when to stop. That was why I posted this thing, because I was actually referring to her, because I said that was going to be as at last night. as at a day ago. That was when she posted it. So she reposted it today again to make people see it again. And then when she did not get the reaction that she wanted, she probably removed it. Because after that, this was what she posted. She was like, and maybe she can take her experience filing bankruptcy to help him file too. Hashtag black love. Girl, was it not black love when you wanted to get married to him? I mean, you guys came on the show deceiving yourself that you were getting engaged in the previous season of Ready to Love. Funny enough, they even acted as a mentor for everybody. For someone who was willing to go to bat, she basically bashed one of the cast of Ready to Love last season, and that was like Jeffrey, because she had issues with her past like relationships. She went and dug and dug and dug, was bringing documents over about document, trying to shame the lady because of her dark past. So you could do all those, but you could not do that for the man you were supposed to marry. Girl, please.
Okay, and I got a question. Somebody, anybody, go ahead. If I'm wrong, y'all go ahead and let me know I'm wrong because I have no problems with correction. Okay, but they keep trying to shade Melody for filing for bankruptcy. But if I'm correct, she filed for bankruptcy after divorcing a nothing ass man who was trying to take her for everything, and she was not allowing that. So she separated those ties, ended the businesses, and started completely over. Now it's different than her having to file for bankruptcy because she didn't have the funds, because she was broke, because her money was funny. That wasn't the case. Melody did one of the best. Melody actually came out so clean on her bankruptcy that people wish they could do that. Do you know how many people wish they could bounce back after a bankruptcy like Mel did? Honey, you filed for bankruptcy. Let's see how long it's going to take you. Let's see what you can do. What have you done? What are you doing? You haven't filed for bankruptcy, but what do you do? Where are you at, attorney? Like, come
Bashing
on.
people online.
Because, honey, I definitely would not hire your ass because, like I said, you didn't even know that your man was broke. So, what kind of attorney are you if you could not even see
The one
the
who
signs?
bashes women. So let me read some of the comments. Phyllis said, Black women have a bad habit of disrespecting each other. In my opinion, we should uplift each other. See, if you know the history of Symone, you will understand why in the blog I was not even tiny bit lenient with her at all. Because Symone has a terrible habit of trying to prove Black women wrong. She has that habit. And at that point, she was actually feeling like I found my man. I don't want to go low, like I don't want to hit hell. So I'm not going to talk about her dating life. I'm just going to leave it there. But when she had Rashid, her ex, she was bashing women unprovoked. So I'm just going to leave that. Maybe that's why the relationship is not anymore.
Like,
So
um,
shifting the goalpost, typical. That's why she wasn't picked in her season. Oh, that was low. Kids are off limits. To them,
right,
they
kids
don't
are
think
exactly off limits.
this completely shut her down from working with any production company for any type of project, and to be any type of host. That career part is done. And I don't know how you have so much tea about what Mel has going on with Carlos and everything. That just shows us that, girl, you have an insider feeding you information about Mel. There's a difference between you watching Love and Marriage Huntsville and saying, oh, I hate Melody because of whatever blah 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 she did on Love and Marriage Huntsville, than you hating someone you've never met, you've never watched, but somehow you have so much insider information about her life, and then you are applying those feelings towards her. Like, it's so crazy. Someone is feeding you
But the
knowledge, and it's
information that they're feeding you is bullshit. Like, they're not feeding you. Like, you could tell that the information that you're getting is incorrect. Because, as I said, when has anyone, again, if I'm wrong, please let me know. Has anyone heard of any bad ratings in production, in how Mel moves business wise besides the Scots? Has anyone else has real customers, real people who have actually dealt with her? Has anyone come out and said, "Hey, Mel her business practices are terrible. She doesn't know this, blah 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 blah." I've not heard any of it. But again, like I said, maybe I'm wrong, but I've heard it from every last person, every last one of them. We have seen their business practices play out on the show. We've seen it play out on social media. Mel is the only one who I can say has a consistent business that has not had any defaults or defects surrounding it.
You can say that again. She also said under the original post by oh my fucking god, OMFG Reality TV, that she's not disclosing what the issue was with Tilted Crown in order to not embarrass Melody. Girl, I don't understand. Like, that's the point. Like, why are you trying hard to embarrass somebody all because she's calling herself doctor? Is everybody not seeing that the reason why she's going like to bat against Mel is not making sense? Because someone calls herself doctor, you are so mad, like you are so angry. I told her in the post, like, you can even read what I said. I wrote it out. I said the bitter truth you need to come out straight and say is that you don't like her, which is absolutely fine. All these speeches you have been giving is giving hater vibes, because she was really fighting with people in my comment section. Like, girl, just say you do not like her, just say you hate her. All what you are saying makes no sense. For you to be going so far, you want to expose somebody just because they call themselves doctor. I don't understand the correlation because it makes no sense. Hi, Janika. It's been
Like
long
it
that we actually talked.
definitely makes no sense. And it seems like like I said, you making the connection of the Scots, that's what makes sense. That's like, okay, so if they can try to add one more hater or one more person to the, to the group, because their other ones are falling flat. Like they're not getting the results that they want, so they're going to try to add as many people as possible. But still, what you're saying is not factual. And in the very beginning, your first comment is about her claiming to be a doctor, or even using the title doctor one time. She hasn't said it any yet. Nobody knew Mel was doing this. Mel moves in silence sometimes. She don't tell us every move that she's making. So this was a shock, I think, to a lot of us. So it was like, okay, Mel, do your thing. One time she uses it. This is the comment that you have, but then when she checks you, you backpedal. Oh, it's about production, but you never worked with her. So how can you know how she is, who she is, what she does, unless it's something that you're hearing third party? And then you also got to check your resources, because it's just, you can't listen to any and everything that somebody has to say. Like, come on now. And if you're letting people basically make you feel or think some type of way about a person you've never met, that just shows, one, no wonder why you wasn't chosen, girl. You're easily manipulated. You don't stand for nothing. Where's your backbone? Where's your own thoughts? Like, is that what you're mad about? Is because she actually is a strong woman, can stand on her own, think for herself, do for herself? Like, she moves how she wants to move without having to have someone, or be on, you know what I'm saying, beat someone else down in order to lift herself up. She's not that type of person. And I feel like that's rubbing a lot of people the wrong way. It's like, why can't she be this type of way? Why can't, like, they want her to be the person that she's not, and they're mad.
Yeah. Mel knows what she's doing and going to do. Honestly, because this thing is crazy. Mel didn't call herself a doctor. We did. Mel just said what she was awarded. If I was Mel, I will start calling myself doctor every single day just to piss her off, because I do not understand why you are hating people unnecessarily. Like, girl, please grow up. But if I was Mel, I'll use it all the time. When I speak, I'll tell people, call me Dr. Mel. I can be very petty.
Shoot, Dr. Rogers, if you're nasty, you better stop playing.
Like, it's so crazy. Because she's like really going. But when I saw her repost the whole thing, I'm like, wow, are you that mad? Because the anger is not really resonating with whatever crime that she must have apparently done. is not is not it's not proportionate.
Right. It doesn't match up. Like your anger towards this woman and the aggression just it doesn't match up with any of what you said. Doesn't match up. Okay, so if that's the case, my question is, did you talk to Tisha about this too? Because it's mighty funny how after she said something about the letters, I don't know if you've seen on Tisha's post, but Tisha posted herself in her AKA letters.
Let me check.
And see, like I said, I didn't know the correlation between the two, but now that you said it, okay, let's go ahead and just put it all the way together.
Do you know I did not even see this post because I even have her muted. Because she do be posting some dumbass things sometimes. This is just so crazy.
Like there was one, it was just her standing there with her AKA
Hi,
letters, and it was
Braylon.
like a sweater or something.
Yes, this is
But
the
I was like,
post. Like
oh,
it's a video.
okay.
Like that's so crazy. Damn.
Oh
Wow.
Lord.
Okay. So it means
This is pathetic. Hi, Braylon. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I just wanted to say I am a patient of Dr. Rogers. There is no prescription or cure. She said to me, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And would you be mine? Could you be mine? Would you be my neighbor? I said, damn right. It's a responsibility I proudly uphold. Damn straight. So, listen. So, just. And by the way, I had to go down 7th Avenue, the actual street 7th Avenue, to get to Mrs. Rogers' neighborhood. So I just wanted that to be clear on the record. How y'all doing today?
listen, the hate is real, Braylon. The hate is real, and it's so misdirected. It's just like,
Yeah.
why? I don't understand.
Yeah.
What's the real hate?
You
Tell
know,
us something.
and here's the thing, right? Did she have any of this energy for anybody else who had Dr. No.
No.
This was very selective. And here's the thing, right? One decision can impact everything. Because I'm telling you this right now. As we all know, there is a new season of Ready to Love, Make a Move coming. She ain't gonna be a part of Ready to Love moving forward at all. This sealed it. Because at the end of the day, what networks, even though you may not be on the network anymore, you're still affiliated with the network. Um, Based on, and there's some, for example, the Bachelor Bachelorette. There's like a year NDA that you can't talk about your experience, but you're still signed to ABC. So this cut everything. But it was just, did you really have to open up your mouth, or did you just really want to be seen? Because this was just ridiculous.
Well, look, we seen clearly that she wasn't ready to love on the season, and we seeing why now. This is
Yeah.
how long afterwards, and you still haven't learned, girl. And
Hmm.
and you know what? And it's right. Listen here. Overcome I am sick. She is mad because Melody said her ex was in the DMs. You got called out, you got shut down. Now you want to sit there and act like, oh no, the reason why it's because of your business. Lies, lies, and more lies.
Hmm.
In my Candy Burris voice.
Yeah.
Lies, lies, lies. Okay.
Well, wait a minute. It's not that she's hated. People hate her seniority complex. Okay, that's to use some more words from Candy Burris. When I saw it and what she said at the end about her kids, it's just like you do realize what you've done, right? I hope you do, and you do realize people can file, claims against you in the state that you practice, right? You do realize that, but do what you want to do,
Have you not seen the millimeters work, baby? I mean,
though.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, like, honey. Did you really want this smoke? I don't think you did. You see,
She does. She's a professional cloud chaser. It seems like you guys don't know the history of this girl. If you
well, yeah,
watch
yeah,
her
run into it
season,
because she looks like
watch
a
her
professional
show,
cloud chaser. She wants to be a gold digger, but evidently her antennas ain't up enough for her to even know where the gold is at. Because
she like she always wants to have like the last word. She's this is the correct example of combative.
Is she?
you know what?
Damn it!
All right.
It's not even Saturday. Damn it!
You know what? I'm going to
It's
put
a
like
little inside joke, y'all.
no, I actually took a screenshot, funny enough, of the last thing she actually sent, put on her Instagram. So I'm going to try to send it to myself. Oh, what's this page? I'm going to try sending it to myself, and I will show you guys because it was even something more stupid. This is one of multiple reasons why she doesn't like Melody, quote and unquote.
Listen, I'm still shocked at the correlation between her and the Scots. I knew it had to be something because it was just like the attitude, like the oh, she was saucy. Just
Now,
ooh.
now, 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 she a attorney on the Zen Gardens case.
Listen, she worked with
Is she a
Maurice.
consultant?
So
I'm a
this
Scot.
is the last thing she wrote. I think I took a screenshot, but I didn't add it because I didn't really like think about it. She was like, "This is what happens when you convince an entire cast not to do business with her and take the show to an entirely different company. Don't underestimate a black woman who earned a doctorate."
That happens quite often in the industry.
Wait, hold on.
Simone.
Let's go ahead and let's chop up this shade that she just really tried to throw.
No, it
Okay,
wasn't
so
shade. It was just stupidity. Like, for example, with Ray to Love, the show that she was on, do you not know that if it wasn't going to get to OWN, it would be pitched to BET, it would be pitched to Stars, it would be pitched to Showtime. Like, that's how pitches work for television. Go ahead, Gigi. I can't.
no, go ahead, because that's one. Do you not understand that that is how business works? And if your company pitches a show to a network, but you don't have the budget, the network has the right to turn down your offer.
Yeah.
Sorry. Evidently, your money wasn't touching where it needed it to be in order to
Mm-hmm.
do it. And Melody is not a part of casting. So
No,
she
she's
has
not.
nothing to do with that. That's not her. That's not her business practices. And I'm damn sure, I'm almost certain, and will put the bank on it, that Melody is not about to align herself with a production team that has bad business practices as well, because that's her name.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not making sense to me either. And then for you not to know, one, about production, about that type of business, period. Mel's been doing this. Her show's syndicated, number one on OWN. Like,
Yeah.
she's done her thing when it comes to production, so she knows. How can you speak about something you don't know and someone you don't know?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then try to shade her and say, don't underestimate a black woman who earned her doctorate? Really? This sounds
Maybe
like
she needs to
jealousy,
earn
honey.
herself some brain
This
because the
is
one she has must not be the one she uses every day. I'm just saying. Because like when she started speaking, didn't she realize that she's coming off across as someone who purposely went behind the scenes to find out details about someone else? Because how do you conveniently have all these opinions, all these alleged, like as Adam said, how do you conveniently have all this alleged behind the scenes tea? How?
mhm,
I mean, at this point,
right.
y'all know. At this point, y'all know that meme. Do I need to bring out the receipts, baby girl? Because I got receipts. Listen, if you that big and bad, Bring out the receipts, baby girl, to use the
Right.
meme, y'all. But and I always end every thought with this: if what someone's saying ain't true, don't respond. But if you respond, it must be true to some degree. So Melody said what she said. If it ain't true, don't come out with receipts. But if you do come out with receipts, it must be true to some degree that you didn't have your stuff together.
And that's my thing. Stand
Period.
on what you say. You said your words is that everybody who, goes to school or gets hating on her, calling herself a doctor, which basically that she was saying what degree she earned. We're smart enough to know that that's doctor. Okay. That's Dr. Rogers. Doesn't mean she's calling herself that, but the jealousy showed right there. Okay, so if that's where it's at, and you mad because you feel like, oh well, when you went to school or if you graduated and got yours, you didn't do that to yourself, so now you're mad. That's not her fault. Stand on it and let it be known. Like, look, I should have did this when back in the day when I did it, but I didn't. Congratulations. Like, stand on it. Don't try to backpedal with, oh no, that's not what it was. It's because of something else. Hold on. That's those words weren't not even part of the words was even in that comment that you made. So where did this new logic come from?
honestly. And if we're also Nikki D, to answer your question, this was posted, if I'm calculating the time correctly, 4 hours ago. I went to her Instagram story, but it seems like she has put the whole thing down. Probably someone DM'd her and was like, girl, this doesn't make sense. Because you should know when to stop. Like, you are not in the same level. Melody is an EP. She owns her own like company. You are just there. You were a cast, and you will still be a cast in another show. That means you are substandard. They can decide to say, oh, go. They can decide to fire you. They cannot fire Mel. You are not on the same level. So for you to speak as if you guys run the same circles, do the same things just because you're a lawyer who feels like, oh, you can break down things on YouTube, go search other people's things, but cannot search your man, girl, you guys are not on the same level. So yes, this was actually after Mel's life. This happened today, but she has pulled it down.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly how much you did see, Nikki, but we putting things together now. Okay, we are being a better attorney than what she is because we done already pieced the shit together. That it seemed like the Scots got something to do with this because she's making subliminals about Mel, and then the Scots are turning around and posting things that kind of correlate with the subliminal. So I
You know,
just feel like,
I hate
yeah,
to
go
say
ahead.
this, but I think there's only one judge that I know on primetime television that can handle this case. And I think that's Judge Steve Harvey on ABC. I think that Symone should take this case to Judge Steve Harvey, since she is an attorney, and let Steve Harvey handle this. Judge Steve, I think that's what she should do. That's what I think.
Listen,
Will Stevie Harvey want to handle anything that has to do with her?
no. People throw that damn case out because one, he knows Melody Cherie is bigger than her ass, and it's not even worth it. Some
Like,
people it's
who
just
are you?
not worth even pulling into a court. Only person and only time Melody Cherie goes to court is when Martell Holt decides that he wants to try to get some money because he's broke and don't know how to produce his own funds.
True.
So
Shade.
Or produce anything for that matter from what we hear from the preview. Did I say that? Okay.
you're right. All he can do is produce an alcoholic ass mama. I'm sorry, I didn't say that.
Now, Gigi, let's stop being combative. Now, let's stop being combative. We got to wait till Saturday to be combative.
Well, I'm just saying,
Let's
because that
stop.
Ernest wine, it seemed like they was only two drinking that shit. She was getting drunk as a skunk, and he was sitting there right there
Oh
with
Lord.
her.
For real, I do believe she is with the Scots. When Rashid did his videos about his financial issues, he mentioned that Maurice Scott is she. It's yes, Maurice. He said that Maurice is helping him with his credit score. at that point
Lord
in
help.
time. So there
Please.
is actually a connection between her apparent ex and the Scots. Because if you say someone, you and this dude are exes, why did you go to their future, is it their future husband or their future wife podcast, their future husband, right, podcast, and you guys were telling it all? You are a cloud chaser. You just look for wherever you can find clout, and you latch onto it, because there's no way on earth I'm going to break up with someone that deceived me about his financial situation, go to blogs, YouTube podcasts talking about the whole shit. Like, is that not embarrassing? You are embarrassing, girl.
And you know what, Nikki, you make a really good point because if y'all remember, I think it was a few months ago when Maurice and Marceau was talking when they had got them two new cars. They both got what was it like Lamborghinis or something like that. Marceau's was
Yes,
purple, or Maurice's was
Bashir
purple. Marceau's, of
sells
course, is gel unwrapped.
Bashir
That
sells luxury cars.
exactly, and they were talking about how they had the hookup with a car dealer who was basically known for having nice cars and stuff like that, and basically it was a deal for them to use as like promo as long as they basically promo his cars and stuff like that. That's how they're able to get them cars.
Yep. He sells even his YouTube. Let me show you his page. He sells and helps people get all these luxury cars. That's why people were actually confused when he came out and was like, "Oh, I'm broke."
Right.
He deals with luxury cars. This is his page.
You right about that, Overcomer. Symone can't compete where she don't compare.
So there's actually a very big connection between them. So it's just really sad that this is our ex. It's not even like,
And what is with these ball heads? Like, what is it? Is there something in that? What is with everybody in this ball head shit? Like, okay,
Now, listen. Nephew Tommy has held down a job on the Steve Harvey Morning Show for 20 years. And Ray Love for 10. We ain't gonna do that to him. Now all
listen, I
bald
ain't
head people are the
listen,
same.
listen. On one show, it's too many. Walking around, they all walking around looking like kneecaps and shit. No, nobody want to see this. I'm sick of it.
Lord help.
plus, how does she know that Melody did not give the show to Carlos or did not want to give it to Carlos? It's like, okay.
Right, because Carlos talks to the Scots too. So we're not gonna put shit past Carlos either.
Yep. So
Carlos, we know
Carlos
that he likes to pillow talk to anybody that'll listen.
is divulging secrets of someone else to the Scots. Amazing.
And how much hate has Mel gotten ever since she decided that she wanted to come out with her own network? Like every move that Mel makes, they try to find like more and more of a problem. And then they try to make it as though like Mel's the issue. Like, oh no, don't like they try to discredit her in every way possible to keep her from being successful, but it never works. And they're mad because every time they turn around, she's doing something new and it's a success. It's not like the Scots who start something, don't ever finish it. You don't really know what's going on. You just hear about it because they're trying to scam you out some coins, but they never really finish nothing. But yet they're always turning around trying to copy. Oh, we're doing this. We're doing this now. We're doing that. The hair care. What's going on with that? The fingernail polish. Y'all got all these buildings that y'all building up, but ain't none of them finished. Like, Marceau, you said you wanted to become a singer after Mel's album came out. You talking about you're a singer. Now y'all want to do karaoke nights at Black. It's just so
That
much.
was shady. That was shady.
That's just too much. Like, come on. It's just you can tell that like the jealousy is there, and they're trying to involve as many people as they possibly can because they feel like if they
Hi, Latin.
Like,
Sorry. Yeah, before
oh,
you go
good.
on, I want to respond to
Amazon.
someone's comment. So because of Rashid, she's probably now rubbing elbows with the for real and hearing things from their perspective, which is why she felt motivated, moved to make the nasty comments to begin with. And the cars are illegal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Simon can't compete where she don't compare. Yeah. Okay, this is
right.
the comment I actually wanted to respond to, but it seems like something nasty has now happened between Rashid and Simone since she said to Mel, "You can have him, but no take backs allowed." Then she followed up with, "She can help him." Yes. I don't think they are not friends currently. I just think after the whole breakup, she's trying to, how would I say it? Be Is it nasty or shady? Because he's obviously not coming back to her. She's obviously not coming back to him. It was a very nasty breakup, like Insta YouTube lives, crying, and all those things. It was like, oh Jesus, this is so melodramatic. Sorry,
I
that's how
didn't
I
know
felt.
Marcel. I didn't know Marcel wanted to be a singer, but let me just say this. I
Yeah,
mean, you
that's
think
what I'm
about
saying. Like, they tried to copy so much of Mel. Like, everything that Mel was doing, they was trying to copy to where he was acting, like, and even though he could have been like, of course he was probably joking because, honey, they ain't nobody buying your album. But he's like, I'm about to be the fourth cast member to drop an album and start singing, and like
well,
was
I
talking
was about
about
to
the
say, like, I
karaoke.
mean,
I'm like, come on.
well, I mean, when we talk about greats like Lionel Richie, Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson, usually they actually not only can sing, but people believe what you say. So if people can't believe in what you say about constructing a building, how can they believe in you open up your mouth to sing something? But I mean, it's your mouth is on a lot of things, but you can't hold your own responsibilities for what you need to be responsible for.
I
Did I
mean,
say
his
that
mouth is also on a lot
anyway?
of women.
Well, I mean, allegedly, he might be making albums in the boom boom room. Allegedly. Anyway, I can't stay up here
And
long because
in
I
that
got
speaker room in the back of Black,
yes.
allegedly.
So Debbie, love you. Ladon, love you. Gigi, love you. Solana, chat. I can't stay because I gotta go get ready for a virtual tour live. But I wanted to come up here just for a little bit to support y'all. Very proud that y'all are doing this. Love y'all. See y'all soon.
And thank you, and we'll see you soon.
All right, no problem.
Yeah.
Yes, this is what I'm saying. I didn't take it to be a nasty breakup since she was on. I'm telling you, people did lives calling them out because how would you guys break up? Is crying. She turned their couple's YouTube to her YouTube. He's crying, saying, "Oh my God, I feel so bad." Blah blah blah, and you guys are doing YouTube. Hmm. I never knew that breakups are that different these days. I can't be feeling bad about breaking up and I'm doing a YouTube video. Anyways, let's just keep it. Clout is one hell of a drug. Just look at what's
Like,
happening to Chrisean and Blueface.
yeah, that that's the more shit. Like, it's just like, how far will you go? But yeah, this Simone stuff, like, girl, okay, your 15 minutes of fame is over. You whatever clout chase you tried to get off now, it's not gonna work the way that you want it to.
It's not. Hi, Ladan. Ladan, are you here?
Can y'all hear me?
Okay, yeah,
Yes,
we can
we
hear you
can.
now.
What is going on here?
People looking for 5 minutes of fame.
Radonna, you there? I think you cut out again.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes,
Can you hear me?
yes,
Yeah.
we can now.
I don't know what's going on. Okay, I don't know. But you said you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was thinking because I did watch the season of Ready to Love with her on there, right? and she was a trip then. She had that kind of attitude. She's a pick me, so I can see her still holding on to Rashid, even if he told her the truth about who he is. I can see her being one of them build the beer, trying to fix up a man. She can do it all, because I don't even think they was really the two that was dating on the show. I think they had other
He didn't pick
interests.
her. He didn't pick her during their time on the show.
Right.
I was
Until
gonna say, didn't she not get picked?
no, she did not. And then after the show, they end up touching back bases and started dating and came and surprised us. But she did not get picked on that show. No. And she didn't really get along with a lot of the other cast members neither.
Yep, she was saucy.
Yes. And that voice irks me. And another thing, I want to ask a question because I don't know, because just like somebody said, there's all kinds of doctors. But what doctor only goes to school for 3 years? Because I know my cousin's a pediatrician and she went for
That's the point I was saying. Like, there are doctors that go to school for 8 years, and then you have to like further your studies in the hospital and everything.
Right.
Those are the main doctors. So I'm like, you studied for 3 years to get a doctorate. The people who should actually be mad are like we who actually have like the real title of doctors. So why are you mad when you just have a doctorate?
So she has a doctorate too?
Yes.
Oh,
that's why she's mad.
Selena.
No, that's not why she's mad.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, but still, to get an honorary doctorate, you have to put in work for that. That's not something you can't get that just overnight.
Right.
That's something you still an honorary. It's honor. There's honor in that. Like, there's some extra work that has to go into this. Like, are we not following? Girl. What
So
is
I
your
think
problem?
she's just a hater. I think she's a hater. I think she got with them Scots, and I think, in my opinion, that they polluted her mind, and it's easy to not like Mel when you don't really know her, because she is so beautiful and she looks like she got everything together. So, if you are a not confident girl and stuff like that, it's easy to not like Mel. I'm gonna be honest. But so I think that's why she was so easily so easily ready to go against Mel. Plus, she know that her man was in her DMs when they were together. That happened when y'all was together. This was a couple months ago. He was in the DMs, I think. So I think it's a collective of things. And also, you was mad that your project got turned down because y'all came broke.
Right.
Y'all came broke to the table. And Mel said, Mel's team said, maybe if you can come back with a check, we can revisit this conversation, but we don't do it like that. And I think that was her problem. She's a hater and she's a pick me. I believe she will be with, you mark my word. If her and Rashid don't come out, or it just, intertwines that they're eventually together later on, like a year or two, then my name ain't LaDawn Marie. Okay? Because she's keeping him around for something. I know somebody that deceived me in such a way, I don't even want to look at you.
If he's the car god, or as they say, you riding around in style, girl. You're benefiting from that in some way.
I'm with Selena. He's the car guy, but where's the money going? If he had all those financial problems. So my thing is, they're not his cars. He's working for somebody that has the luxury cars, and he gets people to rent them.
See, this is the thing. I feel like he used his platform on Ready to Love for that. Okay, listen here. I was on, reality TV. I can use my name, my face. I can bring you guys this, these customers in because I know these people. And then next, you have a luxury car company who has people who are, celebrity style or, reality TV stars coming in and putting in their money. Okay, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
But still, like you said, where's the money going for him? Like, where's his money at?
Yeah, it's
Because
not in his mama's name. He got to do this and that because he said it was. I mean, she said that he was hot. A lot of stuff was hidden in other people's name, and one of them was his mama was putting a lot of stuff in her name. So but for her to act like she's so smart and she knows better than everybody, why you didn't know that man was a fraud?
right,
Another Shirley Strawberry to me. How dare you come at Mel like that? You know what I mean? And,
right.
and,
Like you
and
have a popular doctorate, girl. Your doctorate is not something that you had to do it, like they said, to pass the bar. Like
mm-hmm,
it's different.
mm-hmm,
What Mel's
mm-hmm.
her degree is
They
for
was
something
watching
completely
Mel.
different, honey.
They
It's
was watching
completely
her. They was seeing her success and how many business owners she was making through her class. They was watching Mel. They respected her. They felt like she deserved it, and they was willing to go for it. And that's who they put their money on. And you can't be mad.
mm,
And then for
right,
her to try to throw salt on her business, talking about her business is unprofessional and all of that. Girl, stop it. Stop it.
right. It's the jealousy for me.
Oh, they just said it right
The
here.
audacity to even try to be jealous. Why? Like you
Yeah.
have no real reason to have any problems or like just any, negative opinions about this woman. If she has not done anything to you personally,
Right.
then why are you coming at her unless now hold on, let's go ahead and think about this. Honey, could you have possibly seen already that your man was in her DMs?
Yeah.
She probably didn't respond, but you seen that he was in her DMs and you was already mad off that period.
The
Like,
woman knows when their man, even when they're watching something and Mel crosses the stage or something, she knew how he was looking at her. She felt threatened from the beginning. Okay, because she's beautiful on the outside, but Symone is not a strong woman on the inside. She does not. She pretends very well, but if she was, then we wouldn't be having this conversation. She wouldn't have been on Ready to Love. She wouldn't have been dealing with a guy like that jerk off, because from the gate, he looked like a bomb to me when he was on the show. And I watched that season. He didn't look like he could even talk. He didn't talk like he was educated and nothing. He just was
mm-hmm,
like, so for her to even think that, but some women like her like to have them dumb men, you know? Like Montel, like Hotel. They like to have women like her, like to have those kind of men because they feel like they're needed. that
yeah,
they
and it makes her feel smarter. If you
Yes,
got somebody that's dumber than you, it's gonna make you feel real damn smart.
right,
You
right.
can't have nobody who actually, is intelligent and knows what they talking about, knows how to move in the world, because then it's really going to bring out your true insecurities and where you're at in life. It's
Hmm.
going to bring that out to the surface. And the next, you're going to have to confront some real shit. And a lot of
Hmm.
people don't like to confront themselves, but
Nope.
they can confront anybody else. They can turn and look at somebody else and point and let you know all about what you're doing. But when it comes to confronting yourself, it's denial, deflection, and just straight, just, you know what I'm saying? Blind.
Her voice goes through me. I can't stand her voice. It's like, oh my God, her voice. It's like, girl, shut up. But I heard they was eating her up over there.
You see Slana's comments? Slana was eating her up.
I bet you she
Slana
was
was being
like,
subtle, but Slana's eating her ass. Listen, Slana
but
got
these
her.
delusional women, oh, you want to start something. No, you started it. Like, what are you talking about? You started it.
I wasn't talking about you. I was underneath somebody's post, but you was talking
What
about her
about
though. Like,
me?
make it make sense. Okay, now as an attorney, we all know that if you talk about someone either directly to them or to someone else or under someone else's post, you're still talking about them. It, courtroom, does everybody agree? Does the court?
Okay. under
Come
that
on now.
person, that said person that you're talking about. The whole picture of the person you're talking about. Can't get no more direct than that. But she just she is an attention seeker also. You know, she really messed up because people was kind of accepting her because they felt sorry for her dumb A for falling for that narc. You know, they was feeling sorry for, but now she done lost it. Poor thing. Poor thing.
Yeah. Like Nikki D said, if y'all watch the interview on Future Wifey, Rashid was could hardly get a word in. Even when the host was trying to talk to him man to man, she was still interjecting. She wanted the direct the narrative, of course, because it made her feel smart. It made her feel important, empowered. That's how she gets her power. She has to embody it by basically dealing with somebody that she knows either she can easily manipulate because of her beauty, because she can say, oh, well, I'm an attorney. Like, she's the type, okay, you don't want people to use the status of doctor, but I bet you use that you're an attorney all the time.
Oh, she did it on the show a lot. Are you
All
kidding me? She did it on that Ready to Love show all the time. Bingo.
But come on now. But
You
one
didn't even
time,
see it.
you
and
see
you
doctor,
knew it.
after she graduated and got her certificate, was in her robe. It's not like she said it afterwards. She was just out and just, oh yeah, by the way. No, she was in her robe, in her gown, her cap and gown. She had a certificate. And it was hey, this is what it is. It's an accomplishment. And that was wrong for her to mention it one time as an accomplishment as it was happening, but yet you want to throw it up in times that's insignificant and don't matter. Okay, girl.
And then come back to follow that up with, oh, you're mad at me because I didn't sign with your. No, what that got to do with anything?
Right, that's not what you said. That's not what you said.
At you because of what you said under my post, point blank, period.
Right.
That's it. Now your motive might be misconstrued or all jumbled up in your head on why you coming for me, but I know why I'm responding to you.
Like, look at the head movement though as she's talking. It's just so much behind it. Like, girl, the jealousy. Is the jealousy tipping over from what the Scots is telling you? So you just like, you know what, since you're my friend, I'm gonna be like, she's one of those. Okay, if we can be friends and we all agree that we're gonna be friends together, then that's it. We gonna not like each other, people together. Like, girl, have a mind of your own.
Cause you just met them too. You don't even know them like that. Just because they got to you first.
Yeah, that is this is just crazy. This is just the audacity, as I said, the audacity of you to even oh girl. I'm done even talking about you. I can't even give you no more clout. I don't even want to give you no more time.
So let's move on. Have you guys seen the trailer of Bell Collective? Like, let me show you. It was crazy. I feel like we're going to go back to it because
I haven't seen some stuff.
Let me show
With
you.
what?
Bell Collective.
Bell Collective. Where is
it?
It seems like it's good.
What's the tablet down?
Did it happen, Mama?
I got it back. Wait a minute! We just got the same goddamn. Y'all got us in here looking like Devilment twins.
What you think about the song lyrics? Save a horse, ride a cowboy?
Bells ringing, the big bells ringing.
We are so glad y'all came out. I feel like everything is getting back.
Let's hope so, right? That's it, we done. Y'all can take it off.
Are you following us? There's some psychopath ass.
Psychopath.
Don't you bring up Cliff's name in our marriage. I'm sick of hearing what the hell Cliff had to say. Every little piece of advice that Cliff gives Glenn seems to push me and my husband farther away. It looks like to me you putting somebody else before your wife.
I got that sauce. I'm wet.
We have a lot of work to do. I can just see my chandeliers up.
So what you gonna put in the bathroom? A chandelier too? Chandelier in the warehouse? That's good.
Just be like this.
Yeah, I just try to put her down.
You want my half her way.
Listen to me. I'm fed up now.
You ever seen two dogs got down there each other?
Mama gonna have to go. You need to do something about it today. You gotta break away from the nipple.
Go time.
This is a high risk pregnancy. It's a private matter. Tell the truth. Have you told anyone?
Told my baby sister.
Oh, hell no. I actually got with my cousins.
So you told.
So I think it affects you just a little more than it affects you.
Straight to the top. All the way up. Straight to the top.
What's going on with Lula? She had taken my mink coat and pawned it for $30.
It would be a millionaire. I wouldn't have left you there.
I used to fantasize about not waking up.
We got invited to the Capitol, but Marie wasn't invited. The day before the visit, we got an invite to tour the Capitol as a collective and be honored.
Apparently, they had this whole thing about we don't want Marie to be there, and it's just a bad look. The people own that building. How can she exclude me?
What is that?
Who's up with the have this? Take
it, lady.
Real up, no time.
Why did you want Marie?
Did you or did you not tell them you did not want me to be in the text message?
No, that is absolutely a lie. Tisha called me and she was like, I'm about to run this place. We're going to start a group message and we're going to act like Tamra has something against Akeisha. You're pretty much trying to do what Letitia vision was.
Letitia and Akeisha don't compare. Latrice, she said that she wasn't friends with nobody on the show. She said she just worked with y'all.
Wait, Latrice said what? I had the biggest fight with Marie because I had Latrice's back. Every single time I go to bat for you, you end up beating me with that same bat.
These bitches ain't on my mind not one single moment of the day.
What goes up comes down. Don't know how far you go.
When you're on a journey, I wasn't sure if I would get to this day. Thank you. A girl from small town Pelahatchie, Mississippi. I'm on Ferry Street, signing book. Just emotional right now.
First beauty supply drive.
Who gave you that idea?
You always having my back.
I got your back, your front, and your side.
I just appreciate my mom so much.
You don't care, baby. Don't cry.
I could never get your life without you.
I know I hurt you, babe. Yeah, I'm hurt too.
It's in all types of emotions in my body.
I know you're tired of the lies. Yeah, me too.
It's right.
I just hated the damn rap.
No matter how the proof is right in front of Letitia, she's blind.
Think you don't know who you are.
Tell me what you want.
This some bitch in your ear got done you up with your relationship, and you can't even see that. I thought I was gonna marry her, and she gonna be submissive.
Why would you want her to be submissive?
There's no reason for me really to be here right now.
What are you saying?
My question is, are you in love with Celine?
You told me that you did not want Akeisha in a group message. She is not my friend. She was never my friend.
I'm original Bell. How you gonna exclude me?
That ain't your that can't deal with the negative.
Get your weight up.
No, you don't get to come over here and just go crazy on me. This is the final straw.
I'm coming for blood.
What's done in the dark will always come to the light.
Facts.
Better believe it.
Hi, Timmy. Lord. One, Stormy. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. Lord, we're going to have to get back to it.
Like too much is going on.
This might be one of the honestest seasons, because if you telling me, because I thought Tamra did say that, but if there was a sidebar to lie and say that she said that just to cause drama, that fake scene crap, that's kind of messed up.
But I feel like she said it because Tambra lies too much.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like it was said early on in previous seasons that she said it. Like, it has come out and been proven that she said it. So, I don't know.
Well, we'll see. And
I think it's about it beginning of the third season for sure.
that's what? I am happy that I always get Latrice and the other one mixed up. Cliff's wife. What's Cliff's wife? Latrice?
Yes.
And the one he's giving advice to is Letitia.
Letitia, yes.
Okay, Latrice. I never really cared for Latrice, but I want her to be a successful businesswoman and to get a backbone. But I don't like her kind of attitude. Like, I know me and her couldn't be friends. You know what I mean? Because I'm not a snooty person. I'm not a think I'm better than person. I think I'm better than a lot of situations that people put themselves in, but to have, I don't really like her attitude. I don't like girls like that. So anyways, but and now that she's showing us that she's really cool with Stormy, I see why I did not like her. I see that. And then, but you know what? She is telling the truth. I only work, y'all are my co-workers. At least she's keeping it real. Y'all ain't my friends. We're co-workers. So let's just do this. About time. Because she don't seem like she like any of those girls, to tell you the truth. None of them. I think she just wanted to be seen, wanted to get on this show because they think they're the pretty girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but also in that, I don't feel like even if she did want to be friends with some of them girls, she wouldn't be allowed to because Cliff is not allowing her to get too far away from him and really form too much of a relationship with people. So even if she did want to be friends, I don't think, no, they have to agree with the agenda and how he sees things in order for her to actually be able to get, a close relationship. And hell, some of them might not even be the right one. So. But that's just my opinion.
I don't know.
But
She could be
the fact is
friends
that
with Stormy. That's a stretch.
The other women are not in any better situation than she is. So
Well,
I don't even think the friendship is going to help. They
That's
rub
true.
each other's shoulders and they encourage each other to go back to, because why is Letitia always going back to Glenn multiple times at that?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Is Glenn still cheating?
Obviously.
Even though, he says that he's not, which is, I guess for whoever to believe. But it's like, come on now. The way he listens to Cliff, that should tell you that right there. Like, that right there is questionable and a red flag. Like, Cliff, of all people, that's who you listen to. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all see his whole thought process and how he is when it comes to his marriage. That's not somebody I would want to get advice from. It's just like you can't have everybody pray for you. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes they don't pray the same. You can't get advice from everybody because their advice isn't, it's not the same. It's not what you need in your life. So just you got to take that how you want it.
Yo, I am so sick of my dog. He keeps putting, I don't know what her problem is, but she keeps putting her stinking butt on my pillow when I move. Like, get your girl. But yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. But I still, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch because it seems like it's a lot going on. It really does. And that's weird that they won't. Why they're not going to invite Marie?
It's definitely Tambra.
Oh, that was
it has to be Tambra because of all that doesn't sound right.
No, it does
and like
not.
she said, she's one of the original. Why would you not? Regardless of what you have, do you not know how to be cordial and
that's spiteful and evil. And it's going to bite her in the butt because it's going to show her character.
Right. And I'm sorry. And being pregnant like that, some juju you just don't want. You just listen. This is the time you nip shit in the bud. You try to, listen. If I understand if you don't want to deal with people, separate, keep them away from you. That is fine and all of that. But when it comes to business and certain endeavors, some things you don't want to just, you know what I'm saying, create negative issues where, maybe there could be, things that could be salvaged to help benefit you in the future.
She
But
just seemed like she's too much. Tambra seems like too needy, too much. Like she seems like she wants everything her way. She keeps her circle small so that she can have it that way. You know what I mean? I think she had a lot of issues with relationships, even just normal friendships growing up. I think that she was not comfortable in her own skin. And I think because of the way she talked and act, it made it even more difficult for her to feel like she's a part of something. And now that she has a career and stuff like that, it's gotten her to be around certain people in rooms with certain people. But I do think if you get her mad, that she's spiteful and devious and evil with it. I really do. I don't trust Tambra at all. I don't trust her.
yeah, absolutely. Like, she looks like she can, conjure up some shit real quick to make you.
Like we don't know anything about her.
Mm-mm.
That crazy. So now let's go to the main thing that's been happening today. Chrisean and Blueface. Girl.
This right here has me so pissed off. Like, so pissed off. Like, listen here. I had to roll up and I had to right now because I knew it was coming. And let me tell you, when I say that this shit here has taken it, this is just too far. Blueface, Jamal. What's your name? Jeffrey, Jamal, Joseph, whatever.
Jonathan.
Jason, I forget, but
It's Jonathan.
Huh?
Jonathan.
Jonathan. Okay, Jonathan. I'm talking. Listen here, because you're around the age of my kids. So listen, Jonathan. Let me tell you some shit. I'm gonna need you to stop talking about you as a father. You knowing this because you know nothing. You don't know a fucking thing clearly about being a parent because you didn't know that when you go into labor, your labor, gets induced. They give you a date. They give you an induction date, so you know when you're going to be induced. For you to act like you don't know the process of how it works to make medical appointments, you're dumb as fuck. You're a grown ass man. Have you not been to the doctor? Oh, what? Because you're Blueface, you just go and you probably have a private doctor. That's cool and fine. But before you was that, trust and believe, you had to make an appointment.
Yeah, he was playing football. He had to get physicals and all that.
Exactly. Appointments had to be made. See, you didn't understand that because it was your parents who was making those appointments. You just showed up. So you thought that that's all you had to do was one day you just happened to say your parents said, hey, you have a doctor's appointment, and you went to the doctor and you felt like, oh, that's just how doctors work. No, there was an appointment made. There is a system to how it fucking works. So for you to act like Chrisean is such this terrible mother and doesn't know this and doesn't know that, clearly you don't know shit. Like, and the disgusting shit that you did as far as posting your son's genitals online, do you not understand, you dumbass little kid, that right there was borderline child pedophilia? Like, that was child pornography. Like, I don't know if you know this. That was damn near child pornography. And then you backpedal like Symone, what the fuck? And instead of actually saying, okay, well, I was wrong for doing that, I shouldn't have, it's Chrisean's fault. She's a bad mom. She's a bad parent. Like, You know what? Y'all, both of y'all asses need to go to a motherfucking rehab and mental facility and get y'all's brains checked because you're done.
Well, I'm gonna say this. He's a whack jaw. He needs to be. He needs some help. He definitely needs some help. But she also needs some help. I don't think she's doing. I mean, this is her first baby. You know, okay, she didn't hold the head in Walmart. But what I would say about Chrisean is she needs to shut him down. He would have to take me to court for visitation. I would block him. I wouldn't respond to him. And I would tighten up on the people that I have around me. And it would be my church family. It would be people like that. We know that you're young. We know you're new at this, but you can't keep using that as an excuse. You got to start doing some of the work that you know need to be done. It ain't just praying to God. Yes, God is the Alpha and Omega. Yes, we're supposed to pray to him, ask for his guidance, but he also wants you to do the footwork. So you can't in one breath be on live with other people's kids in the house because you can hear you got to be around 4, 5 playing around the house and you flicking a light or smoking in an open house when the child's clearly right there. Not the new baby, because I remember her when she went and laid that baby down. But with the friend's kid, you smoking in front of them. You're still doing things on live that can hurt you and your baby.
And being a secondary smoker is worse.
Huh?
I said being a secondary smoker is worse.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I believe that she wants to do better. I do believe she wants to do better. And I believe she loves her baby. But I don't think she really knows how to in a healthy way because she's an emotional being and she lets her emotions take over, which affects decision making. And she needs to pipe down. She needs to focus on herself and do some work on herself because they both came from broken families, messed up parents, and we already know that.
Right.
But you, as the woman, as the mother, you need to get it together for that baby. Stop giving them chances. Don't even listen. You making him money. Like going back by making him relevant.
Baby, this is the time that she needs to go to an island. Listen, get away. Get away right now. This is
response. If she can get those tattoos off her neck, that's one great step. Because every single time, there's a reason why she got 7 tattoos of one guy on her neck, which is quite crazy. That means you are locked in. You are 23 years old. I'm 23. I never even thought for once to get any tattoos of my boyfriend because I know most times it's temporary.
Always ain't forever.
Oh,
for you
listen.
to go so far to get 7 tattoos of his face, not even his name, of his face on you. You're
That's too much.
She better get a big old sunflower on there.
Just a whole sunflower robe, just something.
Because what else gonna look right there on your neck? Like, girl.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta understand. Okay, I love tattoos. I have tattoos. Okay, I do not knock anyone who gets them. But come on, be realistic when you get tattoos, though. I don't like people who just get bullshit just because they think it looks good or just because they're trapped into some shit. Because when you get 85 years old and your skin is wrinkly and shit, now Blueface is looking more like Shaggy. Come on.
He look like he don't wash his face, like he just wakes up, he don't do his hair. He just looks like every time I see him, he looks like he just woke up and just rolled out of bed, just like that.
I mean, does he even sleep? He spends the entire day tweeting about her.
I'm sorry. He looks like the. Listen, I was about to say something, but you know what? My tongue was held.
I can't believe he did that with that baby's picture, though. I
Yes, and he
No.
can't
came online
believe
talking
it.
about I was hacked. You were hacked, so you were hacked, and conveniently the hacker deleted the picture of that child 5 minutes later.
No,
The
no, no,
hacker
no, no.
deleted so many texts. Come on. The
Mm-mm.
hacker liked it that much.
So why? So what happened when he posted? Didn't he post his other son's genitals? So that wasn't hacked. It shows a consistent behavior. So that's all you need. Is reasonable doubt. All you need is more
But
likely to
why?
not.
Why are you doing stuff like that? And I don't know if he. I thought she was telling him to do like if you're gonna do some crazy shit like that, you might as well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, the
but I don't think
first
she really
son.
meant it. But
No,
if he
that
did
one
that,
was
come on.
the first son. That was Ben was supposed to happen when he did that.
Mm. Yeah, so you're right.
Okay,
That's a
this is a
pattern. That
pattern.
yeah, that's a pattern. Something's not like one. Why do you even have pictures or even things like that in your phones where you think that shit? Like,
So the reason why he had the picture was this. So the boy already had the hernia as at last week. So apparently, from the way it's looking, it looks to me like it's more like an hydro seal because of it was so big. And the thing is that this whole situation just showed me that the black youths were so uneducated because the shit people were saying. I'm like, if this child was in pain, the child would be crying.
Oh
right,
my God! They said you was drinking, so it made the baby have a
Like, you
hernia.
guys are so dumb. You have
like,
Google.
oh my
You
gosh,
cannot even search. Hernias are not, it's not
it's
something that
not
just you
uncommon.
can panic.
No, it's
It's
It
not.
very
is,
common.
especially, and it's especially not in males. My youngest son has a hernia. He was born with it, but the fact is they didn't operate when he was a baby because they said it's
Yes,
possible that it can actually go away.
it's a
And if
defect.
it's not causing him problems and he's not in pain and it doesn't get any bigger, then he's okay. My son's 12 now. Hasn't had any problems with it.
Yeah, my
Like,
cousin had one on her belly button when she was a baby, and her belly button had gotten real big. And when she would cry, it would get bigger and bigger. We was like, "Stop! Don't let the baby cry." But
right.
it didn't affect her to where like they waited also to have surgery, and I think they didn't even have it. She got one of them outy little puffy darn belly buttons
They can
now.
use like a mesh something to even cover it. So they came. So it's more like a hydrosty because it's that big. It's not really like their type of abdominal. I don't want to speak too much scientific, but we call them anterior abdominal defects. So there are
Right.
different types. So we have the most common ones amongst children are hydrosty and hernias. So what that thing is looking like is more like an hydrosty where it's filled with water. That's why it's so big. So
So hers babies is on the penis or on the
yes,
belly button.
so it's on the penis. So it's an
Oh.
inguinal. So it's a boy. So it's very, very common. So I was very confused. People were like, oh, this child has so many, is a congenital defect. Is this? I was like, damn,
What?
are we this dumb?
Like, right. Are
Yeah.
y'all really? Like, people, and that's why I'm saying, like, he is so stupid when he really acts like, oh, I'm a dad. Like, before she had the baby, I got two kids and this, that, and the third. And I know for a fact you don't know shit because your facts fall flat. Like,
For
you know
someone who already has
absolutely
a
nothing.
son, you have a son, so you have no idea of whatever defect it can have. Like he was so sad. Yes, dude, the child will grow up seeing his pet on social media. I would hate my life. Imagine growing up with that kind of parents. Like seriously, because
Yeah.
now they are competing with who can hate each other. See, I'll tell you something. The reason why we keep holding Chrisean accountable, the reason why she got pregnant was because, let's be factual, she wanted to compete with Jaden.
And she
Jaden
thought
has,
she
It
can
does.
change them.
you
She
know
thought
this,
she was the
this,
special one.
do you
Yep.
know how crazy she was? 2 days ago, knowing that her child has an hernia or whatever. She was talking about getting pregnant again 6 weeks later.
Again,
Yes,
In
she
her
was. You're
life,
right.
you were talking about changing this baby's name to him being a junior.
if not for people shouting and bashing her, she would have legit changed that boy's name to Jonathan Jr. Today, she said, "Oh, I was thinking about even coming back to you, working this out." This girl is crazy. She still wants to be the one. All these days, she will shout, and then she will go back to him. That's why people are losing
Right.
remorse. She wants to win. It's not even about, the thing is that she may end up breaking up with Blueface, but she wants to win
You ain't
against
winning
Jade.
nothing, though. You're winning a curse.
Right.
That's a curse.
You
That is turmoil. That's
a
misery.
lifetime of turmoil. That's what you are winning.
That
Like,
boy is damaged. You are too. But even if she gets the help and he's still damaged, it ain't gonna work.
listen, when all this came out, like it got to a point to where I actually had, and I don't do this, but it hit me to where I had to jump in her DM and was like, look, I'm gonna be real with you. You know what I'm saying? You're making some mistakes, but it's okay because we all do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna reach out to you as a human being and as a person. So if ever you need somebody to talk to, help anything. Like, listen, you have support. There have been several people who have come out and actually said, like, yo, Chrisean, if you need help, we are here for you. Like, we are here
Please,
to help you.
6-year-olds treat their dolls better.
Yeah, like, no, and what's so sad is I feel like she's, even after this, I still feel like she's gonna go back to him. She's still gonna,
Mm-hmm.
like, it just never ends. And it's like, are you, like, what's more important, winning
Toxic
or
love is the
actually
safest
having
love to
security
give.
for your son?
Jonathan Jr. Jonathan is more important to her. Okay.
Because you can take care of your son and do all this by yourself. You don't need Blueface.
You don't
You
See,
are
need
your
him.
own person.
let me tell you why should we keep going to Jonathan. If you know the family history of Chrisean, her father was a pedophile. I don't think like he was a pedophile. He most of the older men in their families were pedophiles. Most of her sisters were raped. Her older brother was raped. I think it's only like the junior brother that was untouched, and her mother stayed. Yes, so the people don't think for themselves. Whatever they see online, they just go with it. Her mother stayed. That's like
Mm,
generational curse.
Ooh.
mm. So you think she'll stay just like her mama did?
She will
So
stay
it's
You don't think
instead
mm,
the
of her
baby will
breaking
make
that
her fight
cycle,
mm.
differently?
because she's still saying my baby daddy, the father of my kids. Even till now, she's saying the father of my kids. I just want to work
So
together.
it's almost like Stockholm syndrome.
It's not Stockholm. It's
I
what
mean,
she
no, it's,
saw.
well, what it's just like,
Melt.
uh,
Her
oof, I
eldest
don't know.
sister had the same kind of thing till she picked herself, and now she's married to a better man. But she said with her from her own mouth, she wasted most of her youth. She went to jail, languished in jail. Like, it was crazy. And this is why I think people or parents need to understand that who they marry can affect their kids.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in an
Absolutely.
emotional my story, my emotional harassment, emotional violence, and that kind of thing, it has really affected me that so much that these days I don't really have remorse towards people. Even if someone is dying in my presence, I don't really have remorse. I cannot muster it. It's almost like I'm emotionless towards so many things. And it's not like because I don't want to have emotions. It's just that I've closed off my emotions because of like things that I've gone through. So
Mm-hmm.
people, especially mothers, we need to understand that sometimes it's best to take yourself and your kids out of that situation, because you have the point every single day. I can't pray for someone else's child. I have my own future to pray for. I hope that child will have a better life, not the one that
Mm-hmm.
you will grow up and then you will look back and you curse your parents. No, 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 that's not one. Yeah. Sunday, the old people don't let people get too close to you, or you won't be able to see them. She can't see the spiritual attack on her life. She can't, because she feels like this is what love is supposed to be about, because this
Mhm.
is what her mother experienced. Her mother just left the guy how many years ago? So this guy really affected her. I'm not even
Well,
giving that as an excuse. My point is, you saw how you languished in that entire situation, and then you are taking your child into a toxic situation with a man that kept, even today, he said he wanted the child to die. Imagine, like, it's just crazy to me.
well,
You
I
know something?
know.
I've actually had that experience where when my son was, I think he was about 2 months old, and his dad saw him for the first time, he made the comment, "I wish I could hit his head on the sidewalk." Oh, motherfucker! I wish you would. Here, my baby. We out. Don't even worry about it. Mm-mm. I don't need child support. Don't need your seam. Don't need none of that shit. I wish you would, because you gonna die first. Trust and believe.
Wow.
So to even let a man, you said that he tried to kill you when you was 5 months pregnant. This is not something that just started. We all seen the dysfunction before you got pregnant, during the pregnancy, and we're still seeing it continue and get worse even after. So how far does it have to go
Well, she
before
said
you actually
today.
say you're done?
This is how she's so wrapped up. Today, she actually said why she chose. She said, I had so many abortion ABs. And she said, but I chose to have this baby because she thought he was going to be different with her baby. She thought that she won and he was going to be different with her baby because they have this unique bond that nobody understands type crap. But he showed her during the pregnancy by not being involved that I'm not going to be there. And any man who don't have emotions for their mother, and I mean a mother who did not, from what we see, I'm not saying I don't like the mother or whatever she called herself, but because I do think she did a lot of things wrong, but she did have her kids with her. She was just young, whatever mistakes she made, but she had his back. She supported him, went to those games, got him, and ran those streets to get him his deals and try to shop him around. And she was an on-hands mother in that sense. For him to be emotionless with his own mother and sister, the other women in his family, I mean, in his life, it's shocking to me that another girl or woman can look at him and say, but he gonna love me better than that though. Like how
Right.
delusional. How delusional. You see how he treated his first two kids. Yeah, he be sitting over there. That's just a body. That don't mean you are parenting while you're there. That just means you're just there. You exist. It's a difference between existing and being parented, and they just exist when he's around. Meaning this little body's running around past him, but he ain't putting nothing into them. He ain't saying no ABCs. He ain't trying to teach them how to write. He ain't reading to them. He ain't doing none of that, and she knows it. He kicked his own baby mama, his kids out of the house for you, and you respect that and think you're going to be different? No, it's just your turn now. That's all. And the only one that can change it is her. But Kiki tried to talk to her. She first got offended. First, she got offended when, she was really coming from a good place. So after she tried to, be smart with Kiki, her friend, somebody must have said that's not what the girl was saying. She was just saying basically people need to support you, da da da. Now she want to see it. But tomorrow, just like Selena said, I believe she gonna be saying something more different. I just said that because I was mad. We was into it. When we into it, I say any old thing. I don't mean it. Like she
Right.
did with the name. I just named him after me because I was really being spiteful because we was mad at each other. So I named him me, but I was gonna name him, so you just playing games now. You know,
Like when you're mad, you name him after you. When you're not mad, you name him after, like, girl, that's dumb.
The first thing when I know she's serious is when she get that tattoo removed or covered.
Right. That's gonna be the first step. And
That's
actually,
when I know she done because to go through that pain to get that removed is a big step. And that would be saying a lot. So when I see that, then I'll probably take her a little serious. But as of now, I'm just gonna pray for that baby.
right. And that
I'm talking
is
about the
like,
baby, not her. The baby. Because I don't waste
Yeah,
my
pantries
prayers
be empty,
on.
strippers everywhere. I don't think, see, I won't be shocked if that child, the eldest son, grows up to hate women. And even if he
mm,
likes women, it may just end up like, it will be best for the child to turn out gay, because if he ends up liking women, oh, Jesus.
yeah, like it's at what point do you take yourself out of the picture? Like, you got to think about this child. It's no longer you, it's this child. They're going to have to grow up with knowing that the first part of their lives, this is what they came into.
But she had the
But
child get to Blueface,
Yes.
so she doesn't care.
of course, because she was saying how many times she had, abortions or ABs, and how many times,
Like,
she
no,
had,
you can get
like,
an IUCD. Jesus.
Huh?
Like, I'm so
like,
exhausted.
yeah, and we all know that, like you said, this is definitely to get back at Jaden. You was trying to be on top. You wanted to be number one, and you're still not that. And then he said some shit like, "Oh, I was willing to leave Jaden for her." When did he say before he got stabbed or something? Like he was ready to leave and go back to Chrisean. Stop.
Yes.
Like, no. But
They might as well be sister wives.
I said, "Ooh, honey, yes." Think we said that because, honey, right about now, yep, y'all are a throuple.
Yeah. Back and forth, back and forth. And then you jealous that she got a house for her baby and her. You jealous because she didn't beg you for the money or you're not the one that cut the check. That's just
No.
unbelievable. When a man is jealous of a woman, yo, get away from me. Get away
And
from
then
me.
what's so crazy is y'all going back and forth right now, but when Blueface really decides to settle down with somebody, I don't feel like it's gonna be either one of y'all.
Definitely. Like his mom keeps saying, Jonathan is going to marry somebody and it's not going to be any of them.
Mm,
Like,
mm, mm,
y'all doing all this for what?
mm, mm, mm.
Like, what is happening?
Hmm.
What is really happening?
And
You
Tiana Taylor and them too. Like that's crazy. And then for her to make excuses just to save face.
Everybody is saving face right now. Like, you have to. Like, it's like everybody's image is on the line.
But your
Everybody is
image
trying to
wasn't on the
protect their
line.
image.
But your image wasn't on the line when you said that you was accepting other people in your bedroom. I'm confused.
Imagine having three sums to save a marriage and for it to end.
Right. But you
Just that,
wasn't thinking
right.
about your image then.
Mm-mm.
Come on now.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
that
Women
girl
be doing
said.
crazy shit for the wrong reason. No. If you're going to do that, make sure you're doing it, with intent. And you got to make sure there's rules. There are rules to that shit. Like, no, we can have fun. That's fine. Now, I'm not doing this to keep nobody. Now, it just happens to be I like what I like. You like what you like. We like it. You know what I mean? Hey, it's not going to be every Friday night or every Tuesday at 7 p.m. And then no, you got me. No. And it's okay then. Like you said, it was okay then. We was talking about it. Oh, we open because no, you did that just in case some shit came out. You can already be in front of the narrative and say, no, this is what we do. So, you know what I'm saying? We have fun. Mm-mm. No, no.
Yeah,
Child.
this actually makes sense. that she's lying, that she said they are separated so that when they come back together, she would say they only took a break.
Mm-hmm. He
It's the
was
same way
messing
as
around.
Blueface knowing, because apparently, Blueface has a charge for murder,
Mm-hmm.
He got
and he
what?
has like a paro. He has a charge for murder, so he has a paro officer and everything, and they really want him to go to jail for murder, and now he's realizing that if he doesn't pack this up, he can actually go to jail for child porn. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why he
And
came out
now
to
it's
oh,
and
my phone was hacked.
oh shit, my bad.
Mm.
But what's so crazy is just like Simone, first you backpedal and try to make uh Krishan look bad when the whole picture came out and you posted it. You wanted to, when you got the backlash, is Krishan. Krishan's a bad mom. Krishan don't know about the doctor's appointment. Krishan this, Krishan that, Krishan this. When that didn't work, now you want to backpedal even further and say your phone got hacked and you
Mm-hmm.
just got a new one. Oh, it just conveniently got hacked yesterday. Conveniently.
No, that's what them people around you told you better say because you messed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Even
you
if
had
you
to
don't like
say
her,
something.
that is your blood. That's still a part of you. You act like, but you know what? How can you blame him? He told her he didn't want no baby with her. He told her. But I just don't. It's a double-edged sword because he told her he did not want this kid. He was not going to be involved. So he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do. He's making good on his word. But then on the other half, I'm saying, okay, you felt like that because you was not ready or you did not want another kid, but you didn't protect yourself and you still got that girl. You helped
Like
with the process
having sex raw.
but it's your blood though. So I thought he would but I think he's, a knock and he don't have no emotions, no feelings for nobody. For nobody. He can't love nobody but himself, not even his own kids.
Yeah. Especially if, having growing up with the lifestyle you did, of course, you probably don't even recognize what love is or how the way that love was expressed is not in the best of ways. But still, I don't give a fuck. That's not an excuse.
My
Not
point
going to
is,
keep using that as an excuse.
My
he
mother
may not
is
want that child, but stop constituting more harm.
my mother and father, y'all know, was on drugs in jail. My mother died already. She's gone due to the addiction, okay? Because of drugs. So, and my grandmother raised me. And I have a big family, so my aunts had to braid my hair, my uncles, everybody chipped in. You know what I mean? Whoever was at the house was out there helping with us kids, right? But and I didn't grow up, and I grew up going to visit my mother in jail, and my mother put me in situations like sneak this in, go to my friend's house, they're going to give you this package, put it in your pants and bring it in that jail. I used to bring things into the jail at 6 and 7 years old, going up there to see my mother. But also my grandmother and my aunt still had a hand on me. I did not grow up emotionless or not loving or hard to love people or anything like that. I know different things happen to people that affect them in different ways. But when you become out in this world and you know when people treat you a certain way, how it feels, and how your feelings get hurt and you be like, oh, that's how you should be with other people. I don't get this kind of behavior, even with Chrisean, because she got people that's willing to be there for her. It's not like she don't have them. She got that pastor. She got them people in that church. She got her godmother. She does. May not be her mama or her sister, but she does have people in her life pulling for her. She chooses not to use them in that way because his hold on her is stronger. Maybe they're more alike than we think they are. That's why it's hard to get rid of them, because they're more alike than we think they are.
Yep, they are
That's
both
what
narcissists. Or like, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
like you can definitely see and tell, but the pull that he has on her, the hold is just so strong that it honestly it's gonna take some years, and I see her getting pregnant again.
Oh
It's
God.
like it's
Good Lord.
If she gets
I'm
pregnant, she knows she will lose all the support that she has.
Woo.
listen, I don't see it stopping. Just like she thought it was funny to say that they were friends with benefits, and she made it a point to let it be known that she's gonna be pregnant. You know, like if him almost killing her or trying to and her being able to say it for
I mean, they
all
are
just for everything,
physical.
there's so much, it's not even just one thing, there's so much, and it hasn't stopped. I don't see this stopping. I
They
don't see this
always
being
get
the
physical, like boxing each other, hitting
Yeah.
each other, breaking bottles.
Yeah.
They always get physical, and
Mhm.
she's comfortable in that situation. So that's just very scary.
Right, as a
I ain't
mom, like
never see no girl, no woman, no girl, not even no young girl to get a tattoo on their neck that big of a man's face. That blows my mind. And I live in a city close to
I've
New York.
never seen
but
someone draw
listen,
that
I never
significant
seen that.
other on their neck.
hold on, to,
No.
to make it even worse is the fact that you're not the only girl to get it.
Right. I
Like, girl,
never
you're not special. It'd be different if this was some stuff and he got you on him all big and bold and well, he probably does. I don't know, but come on, yeah, they stupid.
I think
But
this is
still,
gonna
girl,
be one
7 times.
you like it, we love it. I'm sorry to say, people. I know we want to pull for her because she's a young girl and we want her to learn and get it, but I'm sorry to say, I think we just gonna get mad at ourselves if we hold on to that. Because I think she's right where she wanna be. This is right up her
Yeah,
alley.
giving up.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like right now, you got honey. When you are 80, he's gonna start looking like Michael Myers on your skin. It's not gonna be Blueface no more. Like I just we just like listen, think of oh Lord have mercy. I don't understand why do they do this. And it's not like you have one, you have multiple. You are about to have a whole horror factory around your neck. Let's fix it.
Hmm,
Let's fix it.
mm, mm,
Mm-mm.
mm, mm, mm.
At
See
least
this
if you got
comment?
sunflowers by now, once you turn 80, they'll start looking like lily pads. Something.
You a mess. Oh,
And I feel
yeah.
this comment because she may actually need to lose everything for her to come to her senses. Because it's because she's popular that she feels that she can do anything and get away with it. I don't know if you people know these people, Queen Up and
Oh
the
yes,
person
that's another crazy one.
Who?
until they
Queen
lost
Aunt.
everything. Yes, until they lost everything, they kept doing the same thing. It was so disgusting.
And she's still acting, still swindling, but not in that magnitude. You're right, not to that mag. She had a billboard on in New York Times Square. She had a billboard, Queen
Mm-mm.
Up, and she was such a crazy person.
See, I don't even know who that is. Thank goodness,
Oh,
because I think I can only deal with so much crazy.
child, you got to see the Queen Up and
Oh,
Michelle
she's
saga.
crazy.
It's like people really do this. People really live out here like that. They evil. There's evil in this world. That's why,
I
you
feel
know.
like Queen
Do
Up
you
is
know?
actually a narcissist.
I was at work today and I was listening in on. There was this. I usually don't, listen to this person, but it just happened to be on live. And um, when I tell you, they were arguing so bad, right? They were going off because of Chrisean Blueface. This one girl went up there, was like, nope, Chrisean, she feel like kind of like us, like she need to be accountable too. Like she's just, doing things wrong, and she needs to do whatever, right? But the people was so mad. They was yelling, they was going in, saying, no, how dare you? She ain't perfect, so what? One day I was sweeping, I had my baby in my hand, and I bumped the head. That was an accident. I didn't do it on purpose. Well, okay, but you still was responsible. You know what I mean? So it was just like a bunch of stuff they were saying, but they were, when I say kickboxing for this girl, but windmill, and they was kickboxing. Okay. Yo, I was like, people dingbacks. And then I thought about it. Maybe those people were like her. That's why they can understand. I can't understand because I ain't never been in no situation like that. So I can't really get it. I'm the type, I go through things, but I catch it and I get up out of it. I don't stay like that. You know what I mean? If I feel depressed, I'm calling my doctor. I need an extra session this week. I find the solution. I don't stay in it. Things happen to everybody. I get it. But there is too much out here nowadays for us to do better with ourselves than it was years ago. It don't make sense. So I really can't windmill for Chrisean, because I'm gonna have to see some longevity, consistency before
No consistency
really
whatsoever. When she talked about that her son name was the day I cleaned my hands off of her. I'm like, whatever I want to do, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Just seeing the back and forth, and it's just like we know the pattern, we know the behavior, we see it, we know that what you guys are going to do next. Like,
and then
and
to
it almost seems like y'all see what was going to be said, you feed off of it for the moment, and then like y'all right back together as if nothing happened. Because when he came to Baltimore for the video, and when you're talking about changes in fame, he was a good father. He came to see his son and all this and the third. But then this happens, and it's the only reason why he came to Baltimore was just to shoot the video. You'd been calling him, and he wasn't coming. So it's like, okay, when you're mad, that's when either you want to come out with the truth and make it like, you know, even though we know what the fuck it really is, but you want to act like, oh no, it's not like this, it's not like that. But we know that in a couple of days or next week, y'all are gonna be right back there. He gonna be filling you up. I don't even think you're gonna wait the 6 weeks, honestly.
No, they didn't wait the 6 weeks. They already did that when he went there. Girl, please. They already did that when he went there for that video shoot, and he was laying in the bed with his baby. Come on now. Come on now.
He didn't even allow her heal from the bleeding that would have.
They're nasty. Yeah, they do that. I'm sorry, Selena. Them nasty girls be doing stuff like that.
That should be nasty because you are still bleeding.
I know. Open.
And at that time, you got them thick blood clots too.
Them girls are nasty. They do it all, honey.
Honey. This is your first one. You talking about you still got the stitches. Like, listen, I know how it is to have to get stitches down there when you have a baby. That's just uncomfortable. It hurts. So really, you trying to, you want to get ripped again? Or, I mean, I don't know what the size is, but still, he looked like he's the type of person that would purposely try. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just to make you uncomfortable.
Purposely try nothing. All he got to do is say, you know what? Look, boo. Look down at it, and it's up there, and then she's gonna do what she do.
You're right. I'm just saying he's the type that's gonna purposely try to rip the stitches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, move all around different shit that he wasn't doing before. Oh wait, where'd this happen? Where'd this come from?
Years ago, I was dating this this Muslim, he was raised, he was born and raised, he was from a Muslim family, and that was their, background, their culture, whatever, their religion. And I remember the days that I was on my menstrual, he wouldn't even sleep in the bed with me. He'd sleep in the living room. For real,
Yeah.
because he felt like that was my private
You feel
time.
like
He
it's
said his sisters
dirty.
and them, that's their private time, with their bodies or whatever. Whatever. He didn't leave the house, but he did not because he felt like, but
Mm-hmm.
men like him, they'll do it all but everything. They don't care. These
Mm-mm.
girls let them because they
He
want to
he
be the
was
one.
like the type that'll take it or will put it in the back and then in the front without wiping it off,
They take
and they will
being a
allow it.
He
they
has already done it Sunday.
That's just a
look, they take being a lady in the street and a freak in the bed a whole nother level, honey.
like, right. Oh my God. I just threw up in my whole mouth thinking about that. That's just nasty. Infections. Like they pass around infections freely and think that shit's cute. Like, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yes, it's
Yep.
just
They glorify STDs and just like, do
They
y'all not
are.
understand? There's worse shit than having a baby out here. Like y'all are really like doing the most for the least.
Yeah.
Like for the least. Like what are y'all really getting out of this? Is it click and views? Because y'all always talk about clout chasers and things of that. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I was about to say Martell. Things of that nature. But yeah, it's just it's just crazy. But yeah, that's it with them. I'm just over it. It's I just if he does go to jail, I wouldn't be surprised though. I'll say that. If they use this against him or try to use this as against him in some way, I would not be surprised.
it should.
Hopefully
Maybe
she'll
he's a
follow
criminal.
through like she said she would, but I'm waiting for that tattoo to get removed. That's when I'm gonna take her serious. Other than that, I listen, I'm not
Um,
wasting a prayer. She won't go on my prayers list. That's all I gotta say. Get your ass off my pillow. Oh my god. As soon as I move, I swear. This dog. I need a why? I don't want my face broken out.
yeah.
This
Thank
dog.
you for joining the panel. Like this was a great discussion. I actually
All right,
enjoyed
ladies.
today's discussion. Make sure you join us on Thursday, as we catch up with everything that's going on this week and, stuff we missed last week on Thursday.
What time
Uh,
Thursday?
it'd be 3 p.m. Eastern time, or we moved to 3 p.m., right?
Yes, 3 p.m.
Yeah, so 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, if I'm at work, I'll still, come in and just have my headphones on like I be doing.
all right.
All
Well,
right,
looking
ladies.
forward to it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you,
You're
Fauna,
welcome.
for having me. I appreciate you.
Thank you. You're welcome. So we'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye.
Bye.